Apple, 3 a.m.
I guarantee it. We're back. Faction Pack Nighthaunt. Win rate, I don't know, like 70% or something. They're super good. Everyone's complaining about them. They are indeed too good. I kind of don't care. Not like I don't think they should be nerfed or anything. It's just there's a lot of armies in the game, right? Look at this. GT games played 666. Nice. 65% win rate, a little high, considering that's 10% exactly above the Goldilocks zone that they intend people to be in. We got them way too high in red here. We got Luna the Realm Lords very high in their own right, 61, only trailing by 4% here. 100 fewer games played for sure. Not a lot of draws in Age of Sigmar. Average player elo, okay. And then 56% just barely. Like if they went down 1%, they would be in the Goldilocks zone that they say they want, which is 45 to 55.
Which
so,
prime?
Disciples of Tzeentch, way fewer games played. Look at this. Half the games played of anybody else in the top. Well, Ogre Tribes doesn't have, I don't know, 350 is okay, I suppose, right? But yeah, Disciples of Tzeentch, pretty close. They almost need like an intangible if they want to just knock them down a little bit. They probably want to get them all the way to 50 or something though, so. GD Panda thinks of the prime, 42 months, big. TY for the prime. And then Slaves to Dankness. I believe the most played army at 800. Second most played army. Stormcast Eternals by literally one game. One game. And then Nighthaunt. And then looks like Lumineth after that. Disciples of Tzeentch, not very popular necessarily from the big dogs, I guess. But here we are, Slaves to Darkness. They're chilling at the very top of the Goldilocks zone here. And they have like more than one list that's good, which is cool. And then we're on to Ogre Tribes, which started out higher and they've been dropping a little bit as people get used to playing them and the metagame moves on, you know, as I suspected. But they're good, they're great even, and they're fun and simple, and it's because of one unit basically. Not really, it's not really because of one unit. But if you deleted one particular unit from their army list, it would be a rough time. Anyway, it looks like they're safe and they're fine. So no nerfs needed, right? Because we're in the green zone. Obviously. And then so our Grave Lords chilling over here. Giat, City Sigmar. Doc. Look at these Bone Splitters. 46. That's so few you can't do anything with that. And exactly even 23 games won and 23 games lost. Perfectly balanced, as all things should be. And I appreciate the people coming out and playing the army. And kind of doing well with it. Although it's like 46. It's like 23 masters at the game, you know. And then 23 that just happen to own it. Deepkin, Slan Ish. Slanesh creeping up a little bit. Bethreasts of Chaos. Doing okay, a little under 50%. Cruel Boys going way up. Cruel Boys have been increasing, and some stuff has been going down a little bit as the metagame matures and people figure out how to play stuff, I think. Seraphon in the lower echelons of the table. They're not used to that. Fire Slayers down here as well. But more representation than I thought, 240. Possible hot take, but the bottom 5 is more concerning than the top 5. That's not a hot take. That is simply logical. Yeah. If every army in the game was good and fun and had a 50% win rate, but there was one army that had a 90% win rate, I would prefer that to there being a whole bunch of 40s and 35s and stuff like that. Now, it probably could never work out like that, just because they're all pulling from the same pool, but maybe you get my thing. I don't particularly give a fuck which of the 2 best armies in the game are. I care about the bottom probably like 9 that are just kind of trash, especially these 5. That's first of all, that's more armies, and second of all, like, I don't know. I'm more angry about armies being really bad than really good, I guess. In a vacuum, I suppose. You're really curious to know what sort of lists Tzeentch players are winning that hard with? Same, I don't know anything about Disciples of Tzeentch besides looking at the faction focus thing. Yeah, all 23 Bone Splitter players did great, and then 23 other ones didn't, but you know. 2-drop demons and Skyfires. Okay, seems good. I appreciate it. Sons of Behemoth way down here. Because, I mean, what do you do? What do you do with Sons of Behemoth? You run up and you stand there. And if the opponent can just kill you, or there's a whole bunch of objectives on the table, then you probably just lose and there isn't much to do about it. It's a problem with their army design. And the book has all of 6 models in it, and they could only write 1.5 good war scrolls. Hey, alright. Ironjaws chilling down here at the very bottom of the Goldilocks zone. Same with Stormcast, same with Sylvaneth. Maggotkin of Nurgle, fresh off a drop. And Skaven, who have, I think, just been here. I don't think this is a move down. I've seen Skaven pretty low for most of it. Now, that might surprise some of you because I put them pretty high in my tier list. I put them in the nice tier. But it bears repeating that my tier list is an excitement. And like, ooh, this rule is cool, this interaction is cool, I think you can make a fun army. It's a hype, it's like an excitement fun tier list. It's not a power level tier list. There is a level of suck that you can suck where there isn't any fun left anymore. So don't ever forget that, right? But, and then Blades of Corn, same thing. I almost can't believe they're this bad, but maybe they're just really good against me. Maybe that's it. Flesh Eater Courts used to be the bottom ones, but now KO have taken that place. Almost no one playing this thing. The fewest armies that will technically still exist in a year, so we're ignoring Bone Splitters and Beasts of Chaos, that would be KO. A paltry 100. Yeah, nobody else sinks down below 200. I can't scroll it anymore, but it's the bottom one. They have 132 games played. That's not good. Who's the second least played after them? Ironjaws maybe at 250.
Twitch Prime.
Fireslayer is technically 248, I guess. Ideneth 223. Okay, so there's a decent amount. 236. Oh, Daughters of Cain 206. All right, there's almost a fourth of the armies that are hovering around 200 something. But KO is pretty down there. Oz Gap. Thanks for the Prime for 7 months. Appreciate it. Imagine that level of suck. I think it's worse to have an army that isn't fun because it's weak than have an occasional bad game against the busted army. Yeah. KO have a good list, but it requires Neve Black Talon, which sucks. That does suck, if that's true. Anyway, just some numbers to look at. Hey, my prediction is true. Orgrimmar tribes are fine. See, it's fine. As the metagame evolves, they'll fall back into the Goldilocks zone. And I can expect no points increases, of course, after they look at the data, right? Absolute copium. Anyway. I wonder what they do with all these bottom feeders here. Because a lot of them, it's not really points. It's like their shit doesn't look fun or good. Like their rules aren't fun. And yeah, you know, points could do a lot with it too, but I don't know. I was kind of hoping, even though I knew it was dumb to do this, I was kind of hoping that the battle tomes would be like the indexes, except big. Tons of extra options, 6 of everything instead of 3 of everything. Rebalanced a little bit, expanding, iterating on stuff. All those war scrolls that had a giant empty space because they had one pointless ability. Now, 3 abilities on every... You know, I was a part of me was kind of hoping they would do that. Even though that would be bad, actually, if you think about it. Because then everyone with a battle tome would have like 5 times the options of everyone else. And then it'd be haves and have-nots for another 3 years, just like always. And it would ruin the whole thing. So I take that point. I understand it. But the indexes are pretty basic and boring. And almost none of them produce more than like one good list. And I think that's a terrific failure for the game. But that's neither here nor there. Let's talk about Nighthaunt. They're really good. Why? Well, let's see. They have... Look at all these battle traits. Holy, they fill up the whole page. Ethereal. Ignore all modifiers to save rolls, positive and negative for friendly Nighthaunt units, excluding Nagash. So, can you use all-out defense? No. Well, you need to get something for that, so instead you can discorporate. It's basically your all-out defense. Gives you a 5-up ward. Works the same way as all-out defense did. Now, a 5-up ward seems really good. And it seems better than +1 armor, right? But consider that you start with a 6-up, right? So you're not getting a 5-up out of nowhere. You're going from a 6-up to a 5-up, which is twice as good as a 6-up. And it is better than +1 armor. But, you know, hey, alright. Now, ignoring all modifiers to save rolls. Last edition, in 3rd, was arguably bad. Like, literally worse than not having it, perhaps. I don't know if that's exactly true, but you could make that argument and you wouldn't be silly to do so in 3rd edition. Because there's kind of like the armor stacking edition. This edition, there's less of that. And they just gave almost every unit in the game a bunch of weapon special abilities. +1 rend against cavalry, +1 rend against infantry, +1 rend when someone charges you, anti-hero, +1 rend, you know, almost every new weapon ability that's on almost every war scroll is doing something that you are immune to. Right? Also, this GHB season, what do you do with your guy that you put into your general's battalion, right? Oh, you can give him anti-whatever rend. Okay, well, they ignore that. So you're ignoring one of the main, like, damage buffs that everyone in this edition got. Baseline. Which is very... that strong, you know? But wait, there's more. Once per turn, your charge phase, you get 4 of these. And pick a friendly Nighthaunt unit that has not used an aura, and that charges this turn, then pick an enemy within 1. Number of models in the friendly Nighthaunt unit must be greater than the number of models in the target unit, okay? -1 from hit rolls for the target's attacks for the rest of the turn. Now, all of these involve charging, I'm pretty sure. And unlike a lot of people's battle traits, unlike a lot of armies' battle traits, these aren't once per turn army exclusively, right? You just have to pick a friendly Nighthaunt unit that hasn't used Aura of Dread for this one, but you could do it also for this one, because they're called different things. Kind of neat. -1 from hit rolls is really strong against a lot of armies, particularly like mine. Hitting on 4s sucks, right? That's good. Friendly Nighthaunt units that are in combat can use charge abilities this phase. Friendly Nighthaunt units. Oh, just everyone. Okay. Just everyone. You can charge. Even if you're in combat. This reads like someone's fan fiction Beastclaw Raiders made up house rule for their custom Ogre Battle Tome. Like, it reads like a player wrote this to make Beastclaw Raiders OP or something like that. You know, this is like a this is like a Bobo rule. Like, someone from Discord's like, "Hey, I fixed Beastclaw Raiders. Check out my rule." And it's like, you can charge even if you're in combat, you know? And be like, "Yeah, haha, wouldn't that be funny?" But this is official. It's real. Wow. Hey, alright. Big Friendly Nighthaunt, War Machine, or Cavalry. -1 from save rolls for the target for the rest of the turn. That's great, right? -1 from save rolls is a super good effect. And it hits your cavalry, which is a good unit to put it on. I don't know if you have a War Machine or not. Maybe that Black Coach counts as it, as we'll get to. But yeah, -1 from save rolls is nuts. Super good. And once per turn, Petrify. Big Friendly Nighthaunt hero that has not used an Aura of Dread ability this turn. Target has Strike Last for the rest of the turn. That's very good. Now, these are your charge phase, right? Notice how they all say your charge phase. So that's great. Black Coach is? Okay. Anyway, Strike Last is strong. It requires you to charge with a hero, which is dangerous, right? But yeah, Strike Last, pretty good. -1 from save rolls, really good. Charge in combat, fanfiction ass move. And -1 from hit rolls, pretty good defense. This one's pick a friendly. This one's pick a friendly. This one's pick a friendly, right? So these are single target. This one, just everybody. And note the keywords here, okay? Aura of Dread, okay? And all these say if you haven't used an Aura of Dread ability, alright? But this one doesn't say that and doesn't have a keyword. So you can do these. Kind of nice. Next up, Battle Formations. Vanishing Phantasmas. Friendly Nighthaunt unit that is not in combat uses ability once per turn army movement. Teleport. Alright, it's pretty good. Free teleport's pretty good. Hunters of the Accursed. Once per turn army, end of any turn. Vengeful Malizan. Pick up to 3 enemy heroes, each within 12 of a different Friendly Nighthaunt hero. Roll a shit d3. Nah. Deathstalkers. There is no escape. My experience playing against them. Friendly Nighthaunt units can use charge even if they used run or retreat in the same turn. In addition, what do you mean in addition? Full army-wide, no keyword, all day, every day, run, retreat, and charge. No limits. But we get in addition. No mortal damage is inflicted. Yeah, you don't take damage also. Sure. That's crazy. Oh man. Cavalcade of Death. Friendly Nighthaunt infantry have ward 5 up or they're wholly within 6 of a friendly Black Coach. Damn, I'm thinking the everybody can run, retreat, and charge with no penalty always. I'm thinking that one. No limits. Reach for the stars. So why are Nighthaunt good? I don't know, because they ignore like every rule. There's a lot of rules, and you kind of ignore them. That's good. Heroic traits. Once per battle, your movement phase, Ruler of the Spectral Hosts costs 1. A few of the Nighthaunt heroes require being in combat as well. Alright. Okay. That's risky in a vacuum, right? Pick friendly Nighthaunt unit that started the battle with 3 or more models and that has been destroyed. Oh, you get replacements too. You get regeneration also. Alright. So you get come back to life power with all that other stuff as well. Alright. It's once per battle though. Counts as a trait. Cloaked in Shadow. If the unmodified hit roll for an attack that targets this unit is 1 to 3, it fails and the attack sequence ends. I don't get it. That's how the game normally works. You see, my guys hit on 4s, so I miss on 1 to 3 anyway. Anyone privileged enough to hit on 2s in the chat? Terrifying entity. This unit can use an Aura of Dread even if it has already used 1 this turn, but it cannot use more than 2 per turn. It's this unit though, right? But that's pretty cool. Yeah, as much as I'm joking around here, Femonk, as a death army, I think regeneration and reanimating your guys should kind of be like the through line, where all the death armies kind of reanimate stuff. They just kind of do that. That's one of their things. It doesn't have to be a huge thing, but they all should kind of do that as a death army. Basically, no one else should ever get to do that, is maybe my sticking point, but there are some, you know, a CSC kind of stuff. Sylvaneth, maybe. You could imagine. Seraphon, you could imagine. You can, like, excuse it for a bunch of different ones, but I think it should be, like, kind of rare and special. Artifacts of Power. Once battle any combat phase. If this unit is in combat, add 1 tax characteristic melee weapons used by friendly Nighthaunt, only within 12. That's good. Getting into combat is normally hard for heroes and dangerous, but it's a good buff. Reaction? Oh, but it's once per battle. I guess. How often are you going to be in combat with a hero that's on foot, though? Anyway, reaction. Opponent declared a fight ability for a unit in combat. D3, 2 up, inflict amount of... Yeah, no. Trash. End of any turn. The Soulfire Ring. If any enemy models are slain by this unit's combat attacks, heal D6 this unit. Neat. I kind of like the combo, I guess. Spell lore. Pick friendly Nighthaunt Wizard to cast a spell. Visible Nighthaunt that has 3 or more models and is wholly within 12. -1 from wound rolls, attack target that unit. That's a good unlimited spell, and it's only 6. Holy 12, that kind of sucks, but fair enough. Yeah, it's a good spell. Spirit Drain. Friendly Nighthaunt Wizard to cast a spell. Pick a visible enemy within 18. Number of dice equal to number of models in it. 5 up, 1 mortal damage. Alright, yeah. Kind of Horde Tickler, I guess. Cast on a 7. Not great. Potentially good if you're fighting 40-man units or something. Spectral Lure. Pick a friendly Nighthaunt, wholly within 12. Return number of slain models, target unit, combined health characteristic D6. Alright. Yeah, get him back. Sure. Spellers D's. Manifestations, don't care. Nagash. We've seen him already. Lady Oiler. Lady Oil in there. 8-inch move, 4 up save, 7 health. She's got herself a 4, count 'em, 4 up ward. Ooh. Double Wizzy, too. I mean, we've seen her before, I thought, and I wasn't sure if I liked her or not. But Double Wizzy kind of nice. And it turns out reanimating a bunch of stuff is going to be really good. The control score thing, whatever. Grief-stricken. Ignore positive modifiers to hit rolls, wound rolls, and save rolls for the target. This is good against people whose armies give them buffs. Lady Oil in there. I need to find the points. I forgot to open the document. Pardon me. Sonash, Skaven, Slavs. Nighthaunt. 3 hundo. Oh yeah, the price is fine. Not that they need buffs, but why can't Olinder shoot in combat? Because they decided that people can't shoot in combat on average, and only the exception is that people can shoot in combat. But they were wrong. I don't like how no one can shoot in combat anymore. I think it's dumb. I liked it better before. And especially, say one thing about like long bows or using them in combat, but like guns, hand crossbows, this is just like she removes a sheet from her face. Surely she can do that in combat, right? That's like a dragon. Surely a dragon can use its breath weapon in combat, right? It should be able to be used in combat. I'm not trying to buff Nighthaunt. That's something that should just work that way. Also, Thunder Tusks, their breath weapon, you can't use those in combat. Why? Stupid. There should have been a universal rule, unwieldy, that means some weapons can't be shot in combat. Yeah, maybe, but I'm thinking of stuff like trebuchets or longbows or something. Very rare, Even that, I bet you could fire a trebuchet, just not at the people in combat with you. You'd fire it over there. Some guy's fighting someone and you got a catapult or something. You could probably still shoot it once before you damage the catapult. Anyway, I think you should be able to shoot in combat. I liked how you could do that before. And it makes a lot of shooting units even worse now. Anyway, I like the things she does to Price is Right. I wasn't sure how important the res would be, but it's pretty good. And she's a double wizard with a 4 board. And the control score thing kind of doesn't matter, but whatever. It's something. That's something. Kurdos Valentian.
Good job, King.
Hotspur Tier 1, thanks a lot. 47 months. Thanks for the Heywoah Big Flat Chicken Wing. Appreciate it. I remember his hammer was kind of big. Yeah, his hammer is kind of big. Rend 2, damage 3, crit auto wound. Crit auto wound's a little... No, you wound on 3s. That's worth it. That's a fine bonus. Man, Spectral Claws with crit auto wound instead of crit mortal wound definitely all look really bad now. Once per turn of reaction, opponent declared a command. 3 up goes away. Within 12 of him, even. Man, I want more abilities on this guy's War Scroll. But that's my complaint of almost every War Scroll. 200 because they think that it's toxic that he steals commands. And it is. It is toxic to do that. They're right. But, yeah, he's just kind of... He's a man. Olrak the Drowner. Look at this shit. Look at how sick. Holy. It's the boat boss from Elden Ring. Looks so cool. What does it do? It hits you with the Death Wood Ore, the joke weapon from Siegfried in Soul Calibur 2. It's got Rend too. Tibia Mariner. Once per turn, passage through the underworld. If this unit is not in combat, pick a friendly non-hero Nighthaunt that is not in combat and holier than 12. Remove this unit and the target from the battlefield. Set them up again, holier than 6 of each other, more than 7. 7 from all enemies, neat. Usually it's 9. He gets to take people on a boat ride, that's kind of funny. It's kind of a one-stop shop though, right? Because it's not like he can go back and get somebody else. Cool. He looks so cool. It's pretty fast too, 10 flying. Technically a war machine. Technically a war machine. So he has the -1 to save rolls charge thing, which is really nice. So he can grab some of your infantry, put them somewhere, and then he charges. And he could be the one delivering -1 saves for the infantry blobs like damage. It's kind of cool. Reikenor the Grim Heywoah. Wizard 1. Oh wait, was this guy a wizard? He was not. Oh, well then you're just not going to play him, right? Because it's Age of Sigmar, 4th edition. Yeah, he's not free. Nope. I'm sorry, I briefly forgot that the way you build armies forces you to never play anything fun. I forgot. I don't know why it slipped my mind. I guess I've been playing Space Marine for 2 days. Anyway, he's got some attacks. He's got some corpse candles. You can allocate damage to targets, which is kind of cool. Goes through, I think allocation goes through wards as well. If it's a visible enemy in it, that is. Add 1 to casting rolls is good. And if you picked yourself, add 1 to casting rolls and the power level. Cool. I think Corpse Candles is fun, and it's any hero phase. It's cool. It's a fun ability. Wraithstorm. Pick a visible enemy unit within 12. D3 damage on the target. If any models are slain, additional D3. That's a cool spell. 7's kind of hard, but I guess it's not because you get +1, right? So it's sort of like being 6. It's kind of a cool spell. 12 is too short, but Grim Justice. Add 1 to hit and wound rolls for attacks made with this unit's Fel Reaper if the target is a priest or a wizard. Whatever. I mean, 5 attacks, 2s, 2, 3. Crit auto wound. Man, for 5 of his attacks, he's kind of fighting sometimes. Neat. It's kind of cool. What do you cost? 210. 210 costs the drop. Scriptor Mortas. What a cool looking model, damn. Nighthaunt heroes are so great looking. Look at how cool this is. Hero Infantry Fly Ward. Oh, you count as a, you can be a cursed soul. So you could actually, you're allowed to play this guy. He has the special keyword that says you can play him maybe. Not for fighting. Once per turn army or hero phase, sentenced to eternal torment. Pick a visible enemy with an 18, decent range. Roll die. On a 3-up, the target has the sentenced keyword. Oh, fun. Once per turn army, end of your turn. Roll die for each sentenced enemy. 4-up, inflict an amount of mortal damage. equal to the current battle round number on that sentenced unit. That's kind of fun. He's funny. Ahem. Every faction should have a wizard 1 with the keyword that means there are 0 drops. I don't know why they got rid of battalions. Because now everyone cares about drops. And there's no alternative. I liked it when, ooh, my army doesn't work as a low drop army, so I'm gonna get a bonus artifact instead. At least you get something. I thought they should have probably rebalanced that thing instead of delete all of it. But I guess here we are. Tomb Banshee. Once per turn army, any shooting phase, Ghostly Howl. Pick an enemy unit that had any damage allocated to it this turn by attacks made with this unit's piercing scream. And then it can't use commands. Well, there are any friendly Mirmorn Banshees only within 12 of this. Or positive modifiers to... Yeah. No. Punch roads. Stolen Hours. Each time this unit uses a fight ability after the fight, heal X, where X is the number of damage points allocated. Okay. Infantry Overseer. Pick a friendly non-hero Nighthaunt infantry unit that has not used a fight, and they can use a fight, and if they're picked, add 1 to hit rolls. Cool. Knight of Shrouds Steed. And then you have Stolen Hours, just like the other one, and you have Cavalry Overseer. Pick friendly non-hero, Nighthaunt Cavalry or War Machine. Not use the fight, and then you can do the thing, and you get the hit rolls with it. Okay, at least they have the decency to give them a bonus. They get a free all-out attack with it. Infantry for the Infantry one, and Cav for the Cav one. Or War Machine, I guess. Is he still on a square base? No. This guy? I don't know who you're talking about, but no, this is a circle. Oh, we got Karen Rave. Well, this unit is in combat, add 1 attack characteristic melee weapons used by friendly Grimghast Reapers. Okay. I'm noticing a theme. There's now 2 heroes, or rather, there's 2 abilities that want you to be in combat, and you can do the double up, right? Because there's a... artifact, right? If this unit is in combat, add 1 attacks characteristic of melee. Once per battle, plus 1 attacks. And then... if you're in combat, plus 1 attacks to Grimghast, so... you could do like a Karen Wraith plus Grimghasts, and now they're at plus 2 attacks once a game, maybe. Yeah, Banshee was on square for a long time. She probably still is, they just photoshopped it, I bet. Let's see if we can detect that. Inconclusive. Anyway, where were we? Krollgast Cruciator. This guy is sweet. Look at how cool he is. I love the... exactly half of the heroes look so cool here. You got some stuff. Empowered through excruciation. Ignore the first damage point that would be allocated to each friendly Nighthaunt unit within 12 each phase. Trash. Lord Executioner. This abilities like this are underrated. Okay, they're underrated against some armies sometimes that do damage that's a tiny amount in every single phase. But I still think they're bad. They're not as bad as maybe you think, but they are bad compared to like anything else the thing could have. Lord Texm Executioner. Once per turn, staring death in the face, enemy unit in combat with it. 2 up, -1 from attacks characteristics. In addition, if it's a hero, subtract 5 from the control score. Damn, this guy kinda screws with ya, huh? Can I play him, though? Am I allowed to play him? Ooh, yep. He can be a cursed soul, Lord Executioner. So you are allowed to maybe choose to play him if you want. I think getting into... Okay, I'm thinking about this from like a person who's playing Age of Sigmar. It's kind of hard to get all your heroes into combat like that, but maybe if they can all run and charge, and retreat and charge in combat, and are ethereal and fly and debuff, and put -1 to hit on people, and put -1 to wound on them, maybe it's fine that they can get in. Maybe they just get into combat. And then live and stay there. Maybe that just happens, I don't know. It's a decent debuff. But it seems like too many hoops, I think. Maybe you just jump through the hoops, though, you know? Dreadblade Heroes. Oh, hero. Cavalry Fly Ward 6. These guys are 1 dude, if I'm not mistaken. And they're not a hero. Nope, they're 2 dudes. I'm wrong. I'm exactly wrong. 160 for 2. Not a hero. They have some attacks. 12 flying. Kinda fast. If this unit charges turn, add 3 to its control score of friendly Nighthaunt units while they're wholly within 12 of this unit. Cool. Including themselves. Move this unit from the battlefield, set it up again on the battlefield more than 9. So full teleport, any movement phase. Teleports every turn. For free teleport every turn. Preposterous. This shit right here. In the other army books, we're talking about a type of unit, and I point these out usually. And they are victory point units. They're units that are supposed to get BTs, right? You're supposed to get a BT with them. Little victory point things. And they're supposed to be cheap and kind of fast, and maybe you can capture something or stand next to a terrain feature, or, you know, you fly and you can go somewhere and do something, right? Well, those guys are the monkeys at the start of 2001: A Space Odyssey that are discovering the first tool ever. And these guys have landed on Europa, okay? Teleport on my turn, teleport on opponent's turn, absolutely slurp the victory points, impossible to ever catch them. They're so good, and they're not a hero. Oh man, super good. I don't say this from a place of nerf them, I say this from a place of jealousy. They're the score masters. Anyway, Guardian of Souls, one of the 2 limited edition version. Wizard 1. Chill Blade. While this unit is in combat, add 1 to wound rolls combat attacks made by Nighthaunts. I don't really like that because you crit auto wound with everything. And I don't like him being in combat, but he is a Wizard 1, so maybe you play him anyway. They also restrict opponents' movement to a maximum of 6 inches. They're also the best units in the game. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Pyregeists. Damn, that doesn't look good. A lot of Nighthaunt stuff looks really good, and this is not one of them. I hope they're not good, because they don't look good. Gout of Balefire. Kind of short range, but shoot in combat. To light a pyre. Oh, cool, okay. So if you're contesting and there's enemies within 6 of you, you can do stuff to them. Shit, they got the gout. Yeah, true. True. They got gout, boys. Spirit Torment. Oh, with the jingling keys, it's the TikTok Nighthaunt. Shacklegeist chains. Each time friendly Nighthaunt within 12 of you uses rally, you can make 3 additional rally rolls. No, maybe they do. Maybe Nighthaunt players play them. I don't know how the lists shake out, but I'm not excited by that. Can you play them? Are they a hero? They are a hero. Spirit Torment. Spirit Torment used to have rules that were kind of like what they do. So no, never mind. I was preparing myself to think that that you could play them, but you can't. Never mind. Grimghast Reapers. These used to be the best ones a long time ago in 2nd edition. And they were the best because they had the longest reach on their weapons. Slasher Scythe. Former Quake player. 4311, anti-infantry, crit auto wound. Combat attack score crits on unmodified 5-up while the target unit has 5 or more models. Okay, so a little anti-infantry kind of thing going on. Chain Gahasts. And then remember, 2 attacks. To compare all the little guys on the ground. Roll die. Add 1 of the roll if this unit is wholly within 12 of any friendly Spirit Torments. On a 3-up for the rest of the turn, add 1 to hit rolls for combat attacks made by friendly Nighthaunt units. Wholly within 12. If you take this guy and another guy, your other guys wholly within 12 get +1 to hit if you roll a 3-up. Please stop writing rolls like this. Nighthaunt's like super OP and everything, but don't do any of that ever again. Two up? No, it's a 3-up. Oh, you add 1 to the rolls if there's Spirit Torments. No, you're right. If there are Spirit Torments, then it's 2-up. I see. I see. Chain Rasps. They're tiny and cute. Add 1 wound rolls to this combat attack if it charges the same turn. Man, adding to wound rolls with crit auto wound is awkward. But I guess they're not for fighting. The Black Goach. 10, 12, 4. War Machine now, right? Yeah. Everything has crit auto wound on it. But this one can shoot in combat. None of its attacks are exciting. It has the bad D3 roll. If this unit is not in combat removed from the battlefield, set it up again. So your movement phase, just teleport. Evocation of Death. This unit destroyed any enemy units this turn. Unlikely. Pick friendly non-unique Nighthaunt hero that has been destroyed. And you get a new hero that comes back. Okay. Cool. What a weird thing for 260. Make a lot of really bad rolls. And you have the bad impact hit. But you teleport every one of your turns. And if you ever somehow kill anything, one of your dead heroes comes back to life. What a goofy thing this is. And it's kind of only 260. Like, 260 isn't really worth it for the damage it's dealing, but it does weird stuff and it teleports. I don't know how I feel about it. Here's little crossbow guys. Craven Throne Guard. That's 16-inch, 2 4s and 3s, 1/1 crit auto wound. This unit can pick enemy units to be the targets of shooting attacks, even if they're not visible. In addition, ignore negative modifiers to hit rolls for this unit's shooting attacks. So full snipery now. I don't know why they're so good at sniping, but okay. You get 10 attacks on 3s and 3s, I guess. You're like halfway decent. I'm just surprised to see it. Craven Throne Guard. 5 for 100. They're pretty cheap. And then Bladegeist Revenants, which used to be worse than Reavers, and then they were better than Grimghast Reapers. And now, what are they? 1184. 2 attacks, 3/3/1/1 crit auto wound. Whereas Grimghast Reapers are 2 4/3/1/1, but they have anti-infantry. But if this unit charged this turn, and you get to charge always, and it's impossible to stop you from charging even if you're already in combat, they get +1 attack. So Bladegeist are still better. Because 3 attacks is better than +1 rend, I think. And +1 to hit as well. Bladegeist are 10 for 150, and Grimghast are probably cheaper because they're worse. Yes, 140. Okay. I appreciate it because I think I actually like Bladegeist Revenants. I think they look cooler in any case. Glaive Wraith Stalkers. I hate what they look like. They look like rats. Or horses or something. Don't like them. That's just me. So when you deploy them, you pick someone to stalk. And then when you charge a stalked enemy, you add 2 to charge rolls for this unit. But you have to... okay, so you get like once a game +2 to charge. No. How many Glaive Wraith Stalkers can I fit in one unit? Damn, only 8. Okay. In my head, I'm like, what if you have 20 Grave Wraith Stalkers and you teleport them and then you get a super +2 to charge or something like that? But yeah, nah. Never mind. Urbidon Banshees. Oh, they got 2 health now. 4s and 3s, 2d3, weird weapon profile. It's like a wizard bonk, almost. If a friendly Nighthaunt unit all within 12 of this unit is picked to be the target of spell, you can unbind as if you're a wizard, and then you add 1 to the unbinding roll for the ability. Oh, +1 to unbind, kinda cool. If it's unbound, inflict d3 mortal damage on the caster. Urbidon Banshee. 4 for 120. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Spirit Hosts. They're old. They used to crit mortal wound. Now they don't. That's sad. But they give friendly Nighthaunt infantry heroes a 4-up ward when they're in combat range with them. So that's kind of cool. I don't know if you need that. But a 4-up ward is a 4-up ward. 160 for Hex Wraiths. I mean, I was supposed to be looking at Spirit Hosts, pardon me. 130, okay. Would you pay 130 for a 4-up ward on your infantry hero, who himself costs 120? I don't know, man. Maybe it's not a drop. Kind of depends. I think the option of it is cool. Having the option, it's kind of neat. Dread Scythe Herodans. I don't like what they look like. Scythe Liams. Murderous Bloodlust. Add 1 to hit rolls and wound rolls for this unit's combat attacks while it is in combat with any damaged enemy units, or while it is in combat with an enemy unit that had any models slain in the same turn. Harrowing Shriek. If this unit charged in the same turn, subtract 1 from Woodrow's attacks me by... Okay. $150. What a weird stipulation. Interesting. And then Hax Wraiths. They look so old. They're so bad. But their stats are so good. They have 2 control, which is really good. 12-inch move, flying, really good. 3 health, 4 up save. 3 health, huh? 4 up save, huh? They got some random ass attacks. If this unit charged, pick an enemy within 1, D3, and then it's the stupid thing. You get 5 of them. They cost 160. If I recall, yeah, I was about to mention Thief the Thief. They got FAQ'd to be Control 1. So, that's important, because they're like a crazy anvil, right? Ethereal, 3 up, 4 up, 6 up, potentially 5 up, potentially -1 to get wounded, some recursion, 12-inch flying, can charge when they charge. Yep. They're pretty hard to deal with. The ultimate pinner. It's Hex Wraiths, by the way. It's these guys. Damn, they don't look good. They are very old. And then the Mortalis Terminexus. What do you do? 6/4. Pick a visible friendly Nighthaunt unit within 3 of this. Roll a die. On a 2-up, pick one of the following. Add 1 to run and charge rolls. Or heal. Okay. Vault of Souls. Each time a model is slain within 12 of this, give it a soul point. Okay. We're counting points. Soul Eruption. Brother, the Gene Seed. This manifestation has 6 soul points. Pick any number of enemy units and 6 of it to be the targets. End of any turn if it has 6. Roll a die for each target. 3 up. Amount of mortal damage equal to the roll. Then reset to 0. Okay. So if you roll a 6, right, you do 6 mortals. That's a lot. After some shit happened. It's like finishing something off, I guess. Nashayish Hareeper. The Almighty Reap. Why did you call it that? 1 attack. 3, 2, 2, 4. Hey, alright. Add 2 to the attack's characteristic if it charged in the same turn. Oh, shit. Alright. Funny. Nighthaunt really good for a whole lot of reasons. They're good at a lot of things. They break a lot of rules. They have a lot of really good units. I'm so desensitized to how strong most of the good stuff in this book is that even a 130 point guy that gives a hero and himself 4 upward. Wait, it's not himself, right? Friendly Nighthaunt infantry heroes have 4 upward while they're within. Yeah, it's just the hero. I misread it the first time. Free 4 upward for your, well, not free, 130. It's really good and fun and cool, and you'll win a lot, and they're gonna get nerfed a lot, and I hope they are still fun and good after they get their very well-deserved balance adjustments. None of them have anything to do with points, really. They just typed words and they kept typing words. You know, it'd be kind of interesting to see what the game would look like if everyone was written to the quality of Nighthaunt. Like, especially some of the weaker armies. Like, what does a Stormcast army look like that has rules this strong? You know? What does Fire Slayers look like with army rules this strong? You know, so on and so forth. Kind of interesting to think about, but yeah, they wouldn't do that. It's the outlier. It's the absolute outlier. Next. Who's next? Nighthaunt looks like too fun and good. Like, too fun and good. So much so that it's a problem. You almost feel embarrassed a little bit. Because it's getting a little bit of a reputation now. Which is unfortunate for it. Suffering from success. Daughters of Cain. Lumineth Realm Lords. SBGL. Seraphon. Disciples of Tzeentch. What is the next index? What is the final index? Anyway, I'm getting a drink. BRB. Please enjoy a commercial.